So I want to thank our panelists, and I hope you will join me in thanking them for a great job. I also want to thank all of you for staying with us. Before we close out, I want to make three very quick comments. One is that hopefully you've gathered this by listening to all the remarks that were made this morning, but one of the real, I guess, bright spots of value about this coalition is that we have a unique opportunity to sort of share in some very rich idea fertilization across organizations. Colin mentioned it earlier. The fact of the matter is a number of our organizations didn't necessarily work together on specific areas prior to this, again, specifically as it relates to high school. But having, for example, a National Urban League at the table with the South Asian Action Resource Center talking about data, or having the Alliance for Excellent Education at the table with the National Indian Education Association talking about culturally based learning. Ultimately, what happens is, as a result of that fertilization, it allows all of us to become much better advocates for one another. You know, you've all heard this saying that we are better together than we are as individuals, and that really is at the core of what we're trying to do here at the Campaign for High School Equity. The second thing I want to mention is something very quickly about our state work. While we are decidedly federally focused, as you might imagine, many of our organizations have affiliates and chapters in states and communities around the country. And part of what we've been able to do, which has also been a real strength of this coalition, is that we've been able to engage in, listen to, and learn from state-focused conversations, both about emerging state policy, but also in terms of how that state policy relates to federal policy. So, for example, through our member organizations, we're doing a lot of work in states like Tennessee and Georgia and California and Pennsylvania, where we're in direct conversation with advocates that are on the ground, having very similar conversations to what we are talking about here in terms of federal policy. So that's another real strength of the work that we've been doing. And then finally, I want to mention very briefly, I think someone mentioned this earlier, but outside, across from where the registration table is, there is a table that has some resource material on it from the various partner organizations, and I would encourage you to pick up some of that information on your way out. Also, if you visit the Campaign for High School Equity's website, there is a resource section there as well, and you will see a number of the resource material that our partners have published over the years, again, to sort of add to the richness of the dialogue. Having said that, I have tried to start and end on the same day. So thank you again for staying with us, and I hope you will join us again for future CHSE events. Thank you.